Welcome to Area DMG.
Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Phil Busley, the Mile High Mouth, and today there was an update to Nintendo Switch that brought it up to system update number 11. Now, there is a bit of a news article about that update where they go over some of the stuff that's been added to it. Now, the new ones added a Nintendo Switch Online marker to the home menu. It allows you to pretty much access everything related to that. They can now use Save Data Cloud feature to automatically download backup save data onto another system. This is useful for folks who like to play on multiple systems. For example, if you own a Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch Lite, which I do. And then, of course, you can turn on automatic downloads by going into there, which is good. There's a trending feature that's been added to user pages if you're wondering what games are trending with your friends. They've also added the ability where you can send screenshots and gameplay videos using the capture button to a compatible smart device, meaning you can transfer them to stuff. It's kind of interesting. You can now attach your Nintendo Switch directly to the PC to download videos and screenshots, so that's good. I'm going to probably put those up onto a Flickr thing and just kind of keep them off of my Switch. So if you're a fan of DMG Ice and you want to check out the gallery, the Flickr gallery, go to dmgice.com and check that out. We're going to just add the Nintendo Switch screenshots and stuff to their own gallery on that site. You can also find this feature by going to System Settings. They added some 35th Anniversary Super Mario Bros. Series icons. You can use you can give different names to the button mapping features, so you can name them after games nowadays. They added the Brazilian Portuguese as a system language. The reason for that is that they are actually launching the Nintendo eShop in Brazil on the 7th. Interesting, on the 8th in here in the United States, they're going to be launching Doom Eternal. It's going to be download only unless something happens with limited run games, like what happened with, say, Doom 64 and other stuff like that. So hopefully something like that will happen. We'll be able to get that taken care of. Let's actually check and see what's trending with people. Okay. So I'm not disappointed in three of my friends. He recently started Shantae and the Seven Sirens. But yeah, you can check and see what people play, and this is kind of a neat little thing. I can see what terrible taste y'all have. Nah, nah, it's all good. It's all good. Now, I'm actually kind of jealous of these people who have this one. I haven't picked it up yet. I probably will in the future, because Sakuna Rice and Ruin seems pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. A lot of my friends are playing Hades, as well they should, and if you haven't picked that one up yet, you should. Same with Pikmin 3 Deluxe. And yeah, the most recent ones, they're like, oh, people just recently started our Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I picked that up, I just haven't started playing it yet, because I kind of got sucked into Hades, which is really good, actually. I don't think this thing shows me how long I've been playing on it yet, but oh yeah, and I was playing some Luigi's Mansion 3. But yeah, it's not showing me anything on that yet. But yeah, while we're here, let's actually check out the new profile things they added. Profile pictures. Let's do that. You can do a character or me. And they've got, let's see what they added. Okay, so they added these ones from previous Mario games. So these are the new ones. Hopefully next year they'll add some more to here. Particularly, I'm hoping they add some, I'm hoping that they add these games to Nintendo Switch. Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. That would be nice. Also Skyward Sword. I kind of really want Skyward Sword. That's, it's on my list. I'd also like it if they did some kind of ARMS too. That would be nice. Or ARMS Tournament Edition. Let's go back from there. Go back. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this new icon that they've added here. Blink. Yay. Okay, so. Oh, by the way, on the 3rd, there will be a Tetris 99 Maximus Cup with Super Mario All-Stars related stuff. What I've always thought was kind of funny was that they added this, and there's a Angry Video Game Nerd video about it. But yeah, let's take a look at the save data cloud. What are we looking at right here? Yep, over 794 games, but they're only going to display the most recent 99. Yike. That said, I do certainly put this through its paces, you know? Kind of nice to actually have all that save data cloud stuff up there and ready. One thing they added, though, is I'm guessing that the reason there was an update earlier for the Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, that didn't add any new games. I think that's because we're going to probably see some more stuff added to this. What people are speculating is that they're going to add Game Boy games or N64 games next. That would be pretty good. What I'm kind of interested in seeing if we can do it from here is seeing if it's because this actually shows you when they added stuff, or rather when it came out. Yeah, let me pick one of these real quick. I'm going to pick Donkey Kong Country. I'm going to see if it'll let me start it from here. So, with this new feature, you can start specifically... Oh, well, yeah, there's a download. That's what they added. They added the ability to access it from... Oh, wait, I've got something else downloading, don't I? Well, it looks like they add the ability to start specific Super Nintendo games from there. Sadly, though, I don't think that's going to allow me to select any of my Super Famicom stuff from there. Actually, I should probably update these too. We're also going to go ahead and take a look at what it says for the save data, because any way to automatically have that just automatically back up would be great. Because sometimes it's a pain in the butt to have to go in there and deal with the somewhat suspect save data stuff they have here. Because sometimes when you're working between two devices, it just gets kind of a little irritating. But yeah, those are some things they added. There's a little bit more news that I want to go into. Not too much. I mean, Caravan Stories was announced for Nintendo Switch. I don't know what that is, so I'm not going to do much commentary on it. Saga Frontier Remastered is also coming to Switch next year, around summer. I never played the first one, so I have no commentary on it. Now, something that does have an effect on me, though, is that apparently there was, and I wasn't aware of this actually, but apparently there was a lawsuit once upon a time between Nintendo and some magician named Uri Geller. And because of this person, back in 2003 or so was the last time that the Kadabra Pokemon was allowed to be on any of the cards, because of some guy named Uri Geller. I don't know who he is. He's apparently some famous musician. But yeah, he just recently was like, you know what? It's been so long. I'm so sorry I did this 20 years ago. I'm just releasing the ban on this, and now we can put Kadabra, that particular Pokemon, back on Pokemon cards again. I didn't even know it was missing. And I don't even know who Uri Geller is. But I guess for a little bit, he'll have a little bit of infamy because he got a Pokemon banned from being in cards for 20 years. Way to go, buddy. Wow. Nobody cares who you are, and nobody still cares who you are. If you actually care who this person is, hit the comments below and tell me why I should care. I don't know, that's a little mean of me to say, but whatever. That just feels to me like, one, I'm surprised that Nintendo and Pokemon Company even let this happen. And two, really? Just dumb. It's one of those things where you find out about it and you're like, wow, this should be one of those little like Game Explain videos or something. It feels like that's what it would be. It'd be like the little, like a did you know thing you saw on like some other lesser channel. But yeah, seriously. Apparently that was a thing and now it's over and the world kept spinning. Speaking of stuff that was announced and the world kept spinning, The World Ends With You 2 was announced and well, I'm actually pretty happy about that. It's going to be pretty darn cool. Looking forward to it. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not really a lot that happened in the news, and I just wanted to go over a little bit of what was in the new update. Actually, let me go and see what happened in the system settings. Of course, we've got these in. Oh, and they have a thing here for button mapping. Actually, yeah, let me change this. Because actually, one thing I like to do occasionally is if you have there's a little thing that 8-Bit Dope put out, that little Mario block thing. It's about $20. If you have one of those, you can use you can use all sorts of different controllers on your Nintendo Switch, including like the Xbox Elite controller, or the Xbox Series X controller, or the DualSense for the PlayStation 5, or DualShock for the PlayStation 5. I mean. You can use all sorts of different controllers on all sorts of different systems with this little adapter. One thing I do when I switch over to just the Elite is I usually flip the A and B buttons and the X and Y buttons because for some reason on the Xbox the A button is down at the bottom of the little pyramid there, and it's a B button on the Nintendo Switch. So I just do that so it feels a little bit more natural when using that controller. Let's go over to data management, save data cloud, managing screenshots and videos, which by the way, you can do these, you can copy them and send them to other things. Yeah, it's right here. So this will actually kind of encourage people to do more with their Animal Crossing villages and whatnot. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we got stuff going on over here. We'll go over that some other point. But yeah. Oh, also another news. They announced a monthly subscription service for Fortnite. And the world ends in it tomorrow when Galactus consumes it all. And also, I really think people should probably play Hades. December is going to be more videos than November, definitely. And we are going to do like a 10 games on the naughty list, 10 games on the nice list, that type of thing. By naughty, I don't mean bad. I mean naughty as in kind of like some of the stuff that we've not been able to show you because of demonetization stuff. So that'll be a fun one. We'll probably go into stuff like Agony and some of the more interesting games that have made their way to the Nintendo Switch. So look forward to that. Also, we will do something soon, very soon, with the Nintendo handheld family videos. And we may re-edit some of our older videos too. But one thing I'm a little wary about with the Nintendo handheld family is whenever we do that, like less than a month later, Nintendo announces new hardware. So we've got a plan to circumvent that in a way. And it'll be interesting to see how that comes to fruition. So, speaking of which, of like new hardware, there's another one where Nintendo has started using Sharp again for some of their screens on the Nintendo Switch. And also, in some regions, they've discontinued selling the dock by itself, meaning that there might be some kind of revision coming to the Nintendo Switch and to the Nintendo Switch dock in the near future. I'm thinking we'll probably get new hardware sometime in, I'm thinking April or May of next year. We may get it announced sometime in February and then released closer to E3 or week of E3. But that's my predictions. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think stuff. Oh, did the stuff finish downloading yet? Nope. But yeah, apparently now you can launch specific Super Nintendo games from the Nintendo Switch Online icon over here, as well as being able to manage your save data from there as well. This is pretty good, but it's not what we really want, which is folders for the Nintendo Switch. And also, like, let's see here. Close the application. Yeah, we don't need that open. But you can actually open them from here too. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, you can kind of see what all we've been playing through lately. I should do a video on this. It's pretty good. Same with Story of Seasons. Yeah, and Tharsis. That's a good one. And we should always play more Fight Crab. But yeah, that's pretty much what they added. It's actually a little clunky if you ask me. This whole Nintendo Switch Online icon. It's a little bit clunky, and I also feel it should be kind of up here, like to the left of these, because these are online related. I feel like this and this should be at the top area, like right before your main profile. Maybe they'll add the ability to move those around in a future update, or the ability to change like the way they look. I don't expect us to see something like that until maybe the next revision of the Nintendo Switch. But for now, that's pretty much what happened. They've updated it to update number 11, and here we are. Let me know in the comments below what you think of all these changes to it, and what you think of like the Nintendo Online service and some of the news that we kind of half-heartedly covered. Let me know in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up, the share button, the subscribe button. Ring that little bell so you're notified whenever we have a brand new video here in Area DMG. And until next one comes out, you are now caught up. Morning, Maya!